Hello everyone, my name is Nicole Haraguchi. I study from Timber Creek Elementary School in St. Augustine, Florida in the U.S. And I'll be talking about my project, which is the Sustainable Food Production Prototypes. So what is affecting us today? There is population migration, and my solution is to be low cost, scalable, and easy to use. We also have climate change, so I wanted to make my project as carbon neutral and sustainable, like using solar energy. There's also pollution in our waters, so my solution is to have no emissions or no fertilizer runoffs. And we have a huge problem with hunger, so I decided to have food security and to not waste any food. So my first prototype in this project, which is the aquaponics, and how it works is that whenever the fish makes feces or poops, it goes through a tube all the way to the plants, and the feces from the fish is actually nutrients for the plants and helps it grow. And the plant filters the water and brings clean water back into the tank. And this goes all in a cycle, and this is powered by a solar generator and a solar panel. So after a while, I've been realizing that the water has been evaporating, so I didn't want to waste any water. So I decided to make the water collector, and this gets water from thin air. And how it works is that it uses a Peltier device, which brings cold air going up and hot air going horizontal. And it uses condensation to get water from thin air, and how much water I got in one night was about 165 milliliters. So I decided to focus on also smaller plants, and this is when the microgreens and the sprouting comes in. This doesn't need to have any soil and just needs water, and this also you can eat this plant when it's a young plant. And the plants that I used in this project was the radish and the mung bean sprout. So I not only wanted to focus on these types of plants, but also on bigger plants like tomatoes, broccoli, and this is when I made the hydroponics. And how it works is that it uses two buckets, and one is holding fertilizer mixed with water and one holding the plant. And it doesn't have any runoffs because the fertilizer is going through a tube all the way to the plant. And the plant brings fertilizer back into the other bucket, and this all goes in a cycle, and this is sustainable because it uses all power by a solar panel. So some prototypes I'm thinking to make this year is the aeroponics, which is planting plants with moist, also growing from the spores, which is mushrooms, and honeybee farming with bottles, which is going to be easier to use these bees with bottles. And the objective of this is to make new farming technologies with sustainable energy, monitoring, automation, and robotics. So I shared this project to other people around the world, and I wanted to replicate this. So I showed it to John Lou Ortiz, who is from the Tagaytay City Education Center in the Philippines. I also shared it to Katori Dubols, who is a student from the Lakota Indian Reservation in Allen, South Dakota. And I also shared it to the indigenous people in the Amazon region and the southern region of Brazil. So the summary of this is that my project is sustainable by using solar energy. It can be installed anywhere, and it's scalable. It focuses on easy management like monitoring and automation. It's carbon neutral, so it does not affect the climate. It recycles water and avoids any fertilizer runoffs. It avoids population migration and food insecurity, and it has been proven it can work in many other places around the world. Thank you so much. Bye!